Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Shadow, and welcome to another week. We're still on pickups for sure. I don't think I'm ever gonna get off pickups. So basically, I'm gonna be doing the PS1 Dreamcast game. I got one Dreamcast game and NES games. I have a couple other games in the I gotta do, but I want to leave that as another vlog. And I'm aware I'm behind in weeks, so I'm just trying to make up vlogs of what I can make. So, anyways, let's start with the NES. So, let's start with the oldest one I got here. I want to say it is. Well, let's start with the one I think is probably the least interesting, most likely. I got the game Rad Racer, for $5. So it was actually a trade that was something that was worth $5, but it was still exactly what it was. It was just Rad Racer. So Rad Racer, it's just something I was kind of interested because of, it was a game part of the Nintendo Championship, of 1999, or 91, sorry. So that, the cart, I know you can have a reproduction cart of that nowadays, but still regardlessly, I got the game. So anyways, besides that, we got here is, next one being Dig Dug 2. I didn't even know there was a Dig Dug 2. I know there's a sticker on here. I probably have to really take time to really try to take it off. Dig Dug 2, got it for I think it was 10 or 12. I think it was 10. Maybe it was 11. I don't know. Maybe I got it in the middle. I don't know. But yeah, Dig Dug 2. It was just Dig Dug 2. I don't know. It's just a sequel to Dig Dug. I mean, it's a classic Dig Dug, So, oh, sorry, I didn't even see this part. I don't know if that's part of the title, but it says Dig Dug 2, Trouble in Paradise. I just saw that now, right there. No idea, like I said. But yeah, that's Dig Dug 2. Next, I think this is probably the next interesting one. Probably, not saying it is. But I got the manual with it in a sleeve. So I guess I only need is a box for this game. I only got it because I remember people on YouTube talking about it. And that is the game Kid Nicky, Radical Ninja. Kid Nicky. Yeah, I got it for $10 or whatever. Kid Nicky. And I remember it being an okay game or something. When I see people talking about it, I had to look it up when I was buying the game. And I was like, oh, yeah, that's something that's interesting. But, yeah, I was like, yeah, Kid Nicky, I'm gonna get it because it looked interesting. Of course, a lot of people told me I think it was good. So yeah, and then of course here's the manual to Kid Nicky. By the way, here's a manual. I wasn't expecting a manual. I'm not going hardcore trying to get complete in box stuff. You know that, but yeah, it's just a completed manual. Tells you what's in here. And by the way, it's literally my first manual ever for the NES. I don't have one single NES manual. I don't think. For the thing, and here's the sleeve that came with Kid Nicky, and yes, I most likely will keep the sleeve with the game of Kid Nicky because I don't think I'm gonna, take it away anytime soon, because, I don't think I'm gonna put it away, so I'm gonna keep the thing. I'm just being honest, So, just put that together. There you go, see, Kid Nicky, it's, oh, yeah, okay. So the next game here would be, I got this one on eBay, and I never knew it existed. Well, I kind of knew. So I knew about the name, the first part of the name, and I've only known that because of the Wii Shop channel, and it always called it what I saw it, but I never knew there was a subtitle to the actual name. So I got Zoda's Revenge, Star Tropics 2. I didn't know it was Star Tropics 2. I just knew it as Zoda's Revenge. And I never seen the Star Tropics 2 part because I didn't know it was a sequel to Star Tropics. And I found out, I think, this almost the same, a year time frame of getting Star Tropics, the first game on the NES, and I got the sequel now on the NES stuff. I do not know if there's a third game in the Star Tropics series, but if there is, please let me know in the comment section below. If not, I'll eventually find out, or I'll Google it myself. But yeah, I never knew about Zoda's Revenge, Star Tropics 2. No one ever talks about it. I know about the game, but no one seems to ever talk about it. It's always Star Tropics that everybody seems to talk about, especially the whole wet the map and it tells you where it goes kind of thing. And that's seriously all I know. So the next one here, it's actually with the sleeve, an official Nintendo sleeve. See? right here. It is, this is a big one. Dragon Warrior 2. Dragon Warrior 2. I'm not the biggest fan of the Dragon Quest series. That's what this is. It's a Dragon Warrior / Dragon Quest series. Dragon Quest Warrior series. Or Dragon Warrior Quest series. Whatever you want to say. But, I like to collect the games I want to play and or are interesting to me. And, of course, this is interesting to me. And I don't know if I want to play it because I haven't played the first one. I do own Dragon Warrior, the first game. But, I don't know if I will enjoy it. If not, I know that it's a pretty sought-after kind of, like, series nowadays, especially because now we're on Dragon Quest 11 or 12 or something like that, and it's coming to the Switch. So, yeah, and I did like Dragon Quest Heroes. Anyways, yeah, Dragon Warrior 2, I think this was, like, a pretty good penny to get this one. I forget exactly, like 30, I want to say? Probably 20? I don't really remember. So, yeah. Anyways, the next ones here are, let's do the, I guess PS1. I would say that like a Dreamcast, but I feel like Dreamcast is probably just the best one there. I feel like. So, we're going to start with the obvious smaller one. I know a lot of people are not interested, but I was interested because I never had a game as a kid. I played it like literally once at someone's house, but not my own copy. And I've played the sequel millions of times. I played it nonstop. I beat it all in one night. That's how much it was. So, we got WWF SmackDown for the PlayStation 1. I've never played it. Okay, sorry. I've played it once, but it's so vaguely, I don't remember me really playing it. I've played literally every fucking SmackDown game from the time frame from SmackDown to Know Your Rule to SmackDown, I think, yeah, SmackDown vs. Raw 2010. I didn't play 11. I have not played 11. I own 2011, but that's it. I played every single SmackDown version that has been there. Some in the weirdest ways. I played Shut Your Mouth and Here Comes the Pain at the same time. I didn't play what was it? Just Bring It that much. I played like I think twice at my friend's house. He had it, but I didn't own it until like years later. Same with the SmackDown vs. Raw series. I bought the first one on buy two get one free at GameStop when they used to have Xbox, GameCube, and PlayStation 2 games in there, and vice versa. I started getting them all, and then I got like 2 or 3 of them during the holiday season. So, yeah. So, yeah, I never played the first one. Of course, it's going to be very weird to go back to the very first SmackDown game. This came out at some point, some year. 2000? 2000? Really? 2000? Okay, 2000. When did the sequel come out? 2000? Or SmackDown vs. SmackDown? It must have came like early 2000, and the sequel came out 2000. I don't know. Whatever. But yeah, SmackDown vs. SmackDown, the first game on PlayStation 1. I finally got it. I'm very happy I finally got the first game because I've been literally kind of looking for it. And I know it's not a very expensive game, but because I'm a wrestling fan, I just really had to have it. Alright, so the next game here, let's see. Which one I think is probably more better, probably more nostalgic. I feel like one's more nostalgic than the other one and everybody knows it. And the other one's very kind of hard to find nowadays. It's probably the best one in the series because it's the first game. I guess we're due the one that many people don't know. So, this one, I've been aware of the series for the longest time. And I've been wanting to get the sequel, but for some reason not the first game. Okay, so I've been aware of it, and I was like, hey, I finally found a copy thanks to my my good buddy reseller Ricardo. I got the game Alundra. So the game Alundra, it's a RPG game by Working Designs, and I don't want to open this up because I remember how hard this thing is to close. No lie, like it's actually kind of weird like that. And Alundra was one of the cult classics on the PS1 by Working Designs, and the sequel, Alundra 2, people hate, like, I don't want to say hate it, they just didn't like it, or maybe they did hate it, I don't know. It was also on the PS1, or did I say PS2? I don't know, whatever, you know what I mean. But all I know is that it was a cult classic, and of course it has that Working Designs, like, flair on the back, because there's other games just like it from Working Designs that does the exact same thing. For example, Elemental Gearbolt, that's one. So, I don't remember the rest right now. I think, Lunar. So go check one of those out too. So yeah, I got Alundra for the PlayStation 1. Now, this game, I'm on the ground. So this game here, okay, this game here, I've like, there's been something with this game I have never have had the chance to buy. And you might be saying you're a PlayStation 1 collector. Not saying like, oh, hardcore, you know. I'm trying to collect the PlayStation 1 games. But this is something that I've never, I mean, I had chances. They're never the same prices I wanted to get it for, I should say. I've had chances, like, there's like 35, 40. But in my mind, I knew it was a $20 game. And I've had so many opportunities to buy this on eBay and all that stuff. And I swear, because they announced Final Fantasy 7 remake, that's what this is. Sorry, I had to say it. I kept trying not to say it. After they announced the remake, I think the game's been going a little bit higher in price. Not like so much, but it's getting higher. So I've never owned it. Never owned this. The seller, the reseller that owns or that's had Final Fantasy 7 for the longest time, he's missing like disc 1 or 2. And I'm like, no, I have to collect the whole complete thing. Yes, I could buy like disc 1 or 2 on eBay, but that's just not my style. I used to back in the day, not like per discs, like if there's a 3 or 4 discs or 2 discs like game, I wouldn't do that. If it was like a loose game, I did it before with like D Blob on the Wii, and I can't remember another game, but I remember doing D Blob for sure. It was like a $5 game, so that's why, because I got the game disc and then I had the case for some reason. I forgot how I got the case, but it's complete now. Okay, so yeah, Final Fantasy 7. Like I said, I don't know why I've never owned it. I never owned it. I was just blown away why I've never fucking owned it. I own 8 for like 2 years. No, almost 2 years, a year and like something. Also the the guidebook, I own that for literally, actually that is a 2-year one, the guidebook. Final Fantasy 9, I've owned it for, I want to say, a year or less. It feels, it's kind of like, what's the word? Recent. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. It was kind of recent. So I was like, yeah, it was reasonable that I got 9. And I was like, I'm still don't have 7. I finally got it. I'm so happy. Final Fantasy 7. There's no more Final Fantasy games I really need to get on this PS1. There is the Final Fantasy Chronicles or Collectible or whatever that has Chrono Trigger and Final Fantasy Tactics or something else on it. There's that. I will be getting that. And I am aware of Urganize or Igurize. I forget what the freaking fighting game is with like Cloud on it and a bunch of other Final Fantasy characters in it, and then random Square Enix fightable characters. Whatever that is. Urguize. It was like the weirdest freaking name for Square Enix to or make. Urguize. I still need to get that game, and then I have probably every single Final Fantasy related game on the PS1. But I know Urguize is a pretty expensive game, I think. I haven't looked that up in a long time. Like 2 years, I want to say. And then the other game I said, Final Fantasy like Chronicles or whatever it's called. That's not that hard of a game to find. And I never asked for it. But it's like a $20 to $25 game. $15 lowest, I think. But I don't know where it got to sleep. But I'm so happy I finally got Final Fantasy 7. And yes, I've had ways of playing 7 on PSN through my friend's account, and that's kind of about it, really. So, I did a Tale of Shadow X. It was actually my very first Tale of Shadow X was Final Fantasy 7 on the PSN, thanks to my friend Connor. So, the very last game, my dog is like kind of tearing me out, and I'm sorry, I'm kind of watching something too. I know, it's for me, it's like, little you, there you go, right? Better for you guys, right? Yep. I'm watching the Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, or Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. Yu-Gi-Oh! Bonds Beyond Time movie. I own it, but I'm watching it on Netflix, and I'm like, why the fuck not? So, okay. The last game here is for the Dreamcast, and, For the Dreamcast, it's just something I've always wanted, and you know, it's just something I didn't really think about. You know, like I really wanted it or something like that, but it's just something I've always wanted to get. And there's a couple Dreamcast games I still want to get, like Evolution 1 and 2, and of course Power Stone 1 and 2, and a couple other ones. But this is one that I'm aware of. I think it also came out on the PS2, but I got on the Dreamcast instead. And it is Grandia 2. Grandia 2, I've played it, and I'm not gonna lie, I really did like it. I was liking what I was getting into, but I had to stop playing it, because if I'm gonna keep playing the game, I'm gonna for sure get into it and not play the other games I've been trying to finish. So, yeah, I was liking what I was playing, so I like Grandia too. I have not played Grandia, the first game. I do own it on PSN from like a sale back in the day. And I do own Grandia 3 on the PS2 and PSN. So that's two options right there. I don't know if they made any other Grandias, like Grandia 4 or something like that. I don't know if that's a thing, or any other spin-offs of Grandia, but I was really liking Grandia 2. I was really liking it. It was actually pretty fun. So, yeah, that's going to be seriously it for today. So, for the Sega Dreamcast, we got Grandia 2. Very happy about that. For PS1, we got Final Fantasy 7. I finally own it. I'm so fucking happy. I finally fucking own it. Thank you so much. I got Alundra. Every time I think of Alundra, I think of the wrestler Alundra Blaze from the good old Monday Night Wars. So, next is WWF SmackDown for the PS1. The next ones are for the NES, which is Zoda's Revenge, Star Tropics 2. Kid Nicky, Radical Ninja for the NES with the manual on the sleeve. Dig Dug 2, Trouble in Paradise. Rad Racer. And last but not least, Dragon Warrior 2 for the NES. So, that's be seriously it for today. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, leave a comment below, and I think it's all for the next one. Which I do have pickups. There's not many now. But I will for sure have probably more pickups. To let you guys know, it's like 2 weeks from this point, there will be E3 announcements. Something today just got leaked, and I need to talk about that over video because of my thoughts and all that. But I don't know. Once again, I'll see you guys all for the next one, okay? Bye-bye.